Hello and welcome. Anne is currently marinating in a interesting facial mask today. This one is designed for the eye and the eye area. So here I am in all of my glory. It's a little heavy underneath the eye. That part wasn't cut out and I didn't feel comfortable trying this patch with it closed up, so we saved it for a video. So I am marinating. This is the SOS Revitalizing Eye Mask Decree by Dr AJ Sturnham. So while she marinates, we will talk products and some reviews. First up, from Pure Organics, are Twisted Fruit Bites. We got this as a free sample in the FabFitFun summer box. And this is the flavor blueberry raspberry. And I'm going to pop a picture up over there. They really are, I'm going to say, twisted in shape. And this is full size in the sense of what they consider one pouch. You can buy them at Target and you get a box that will have 8 of these pouches in it. And I believe the price was, yes, $6.20 for your 8 pouches. They were sticky. Yes, they were. Both to the touch and to the teeth and dental work. Blueberry, raspberry, we're scratching our heads on that one. To us, it tasted more like a plum or a prune. Jeff did take a taste, and he said he could get a little bit of a blueberry, but more on the plum and prune side. So Jeff rated these 4 out of 5 stars. We gave them 2 out of 5. The taste wasn't quite there, and they were stickier than what we anticipated. Anyone else get FabFitFun and try these? Let me know, I'm an inquiring camel. I want to know all the details. Also in the FabFitFun summer box, there was a product called Nood. N-O-O-D. These are stick-on little pasties for the girls, and one of the purpose, in addition to covering up so nothing is showing, is they're supposed to give the girls a bit of a lift. Well, I can tell you, I've tried them for a couple of days now, and I am not experiencing any lift. More of a squish. Ooh, that's not enticing. Wasn't quite what I expected. Anyone else out there tried these? Let us know how it went for you. I'm still going to use them. They will still be handy for covering the girls, so nothing is showing if you don't wish to wear, as my mother would have put it, proper undergarments. They're a nice cover. They do not, at least for me, I played around. I even looked at their website to watch their video for proper application, and they just, for me, they do not lift. They just squish. These things are $36.50. Apparently you can use them up to or over 50 times if you wash them and let them dry after each use. Yeah, not quite what I was expecting, yet glad that I got it in a box rather than forking out the full price. I am giving them 3 out of 5 stars because they at least do cover. They just don't lift, at least for me. Next up is a flower nose makeup remover wipe. I was very highly impressed with this. It got off all the makeup, and I'm talking concealer, sparkly eyeshadow, the mascara. I was not using a foundation, but she was using a skin tint. It got everything clean and off, and when fumbling over here because I saved it, it cleaned quite nicely. Yeah, you can sort of maybe even see the blue mascara wipes. I mean, yes, I did have to pass it over my face a couple of times. It came folded up, so I wiped, folded to the other side, wiped, and did the eyes. I mean, it removed everything. Best makeup wipe I've ever used. And I know they say you're not supposed to use a makeup wipe, so on and so forth. This 5 out of 5 stars. Heck, we'd even give it 6 out of 5 stars. Definitely. Problem is finding more, which is unfortunate because it came in a nice single-use sealed package that would be great for keeping one in your purse if you needed it, or for travel, then you don't have to worry about product leaking out of the bottles. Very impressed with this thing. And I did do a micellar water wipe with a cotton square afterwards, and save for maybe a little spot, it did have everything cleaned up. So this is what the package looks like. If you ever see one, grab it. Yes, unfortunately, I've looked on their website and they don't seem to sell it either anymore or individually. I'm wondering if it was part of a set. I did find it on a Chinese website. I didn't look into it too much further because you had to scan a QR code, and I didn't want to scan a QR code that I wasn't familiar with, you know what I mean? The website was world, W-O-R-L-D, taobao.com. And as near as I can tell, it's a Chinese website, and I converted their currency into US currency. It would make it 10 cents each. That would definitely be a bargain. That it would. I also found it on eBay. Someone was selling it for $9 for one wipe. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't that good. So, you know, Contact Flower knows I'm contemplating doing that and seeing if we can possibly get more of them. It did its job and then some. This is a Louise facial sheet mask, Sweet Sheet Roadside Rescue. I believe this came in the 2025 Advent calendar. And as near as I can tell on the Louise website, for which we do have a link if anyone's interested, this was $11, but it's now on sale for $6. The mask is designed for extra hydration. It was a messy, messy, messy application. It just, it was slippery, it was slimy, it was greasy, gloppy, gloopy, and glumpy. It came loose from its backing while it was still in the package, so that made it harder to manipulate. It was easy to poke a fingernail through it. She did that a couple times. You leave it on for 20 to 30 minutes. It's supposed to provide extra hydration. There was some type of a scent to it. I don't think it was a perfumed mask. I think it was just the active ingredients in the mask. But it wasn't overpowering or overwhelming. And there wasn't much serum left in the bag. And I will say, after use, my skin not only looked, but it really did feel extra hydrated. So it did its job once you got it on and out of the bag. It was a messy one. It was a messy one. So I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 because it was messy and difficult to apply. It certainly, though, it did do its job. Anyone else out there tried this? Let me know, let me know. This next item is from a company called, or a brand called Avene. This is Retinol. It is intensive multi-corrective cream. It's supposed to be, from what I've read on the box and when I looked it up online, a version of retinol for those that have very sensitive skin, or if you're not used to using the product because you need to start that product slowly. This is supposed to be a product that you can use. And this is 15 milliliters or half an ounce. And what else can we tell you here? The box listed an expiration date of August of 2027. And it is a $68 for 1 ounce product. So what we have, half an ounce, is $34, what we were holding there. The scent for that product, I found it to be very medicinal and very woodsy. And when I went to squirt it down my hands, I was a little surprised that the color of the product looked gold. And what I'd seen when I looked it up online to try to get a little more information about it, the product was appearing more of a cream color or an off-white color. We will puff up some pictures. So I was a little surprised that it didn't look like it was supposed to. So for this product, I'm giving it a 0 out of 5 stars because I don't feel comfortable using it. We could contact the manufacturer, but we didn't get it directly from them. I got it through Beauty Pass. Does anyone else use Beauty Pass? Beauty Pass is something that I heard about over on another channel. Hey there, Wygo Warrior. And it's a neat little concept. You sign up at Beauty Pass, and then I was put on a wait list. And then they have a thing called Free Fridays. And so almost every Friday morning, not all the time, but almost every Friday, around 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, they promote a certain product. You will get a text. You have to put your phone number in when you sign up. You get a text that tells you it's time for Free Friday, and you have to click the link in the text. And you get product for free. All you pay is $13 for the shipping and the handling. And it's not a guaranteed subscription, so you are not automatically charged. You have to go and pick the product if you want it. This was a product I had picked. Other times I wasn't available when the text came through, or it wasn't a product that I had an interest in. Or if it was something, sometimes I had an interest in it and I just couldn't get to it fast enough. It seems to be mostly skincare. We have seen some of types of vitamins or product that you put in your water bottle. Those don't necessarily interest me all of the time, especially if I haven't had a chance to read up on it first, but I digress. Beauty Pass, I think, is a neat idea for their Free Fridays because you can pick for your $13. You pick if you want to do that Friday, or you can skip it. They have had Drunk Elephant on there. Unfortunately, we weren't fast enough for that one. Anne got notified by Tarte that her points were going to expire. And unfortunately, they were going to expire before the Build Your Own Bundle box came out. That's the way it goes sometimes. So, I got a couple of things, though. Yeah, we kind of snooped around on their website. I got a tubing mascara. I think I've used this one before, and I enjoyed it, so went ahead and picked up another one. And this is in the shade Electric Blue. She likes a good blue mascara. Yeah, I was surprised because I have dark lashes. I wasn't thinking that blue would really show up, and it doesn't show up like a neon blue, but it does show up. So I took the opportunity to get a tubing mascara. The neat thing about them is you just use some warm water on your fingertips and you close your eyes and you gently are able to bring the tube, the circle that is now around your eyelash, you're able to bring it off with a couple passes of your fingers if they've been under warm water. I thought that was kind of neat. So I've used that before, liked it, got it again. What else did we get? We got a set, a lip and sip set. So the lip product is the lip gloss, the Maracuja lip gloss, and this is in a shade that I can't see because the print's tiny. Did I write it down? Yikes, we forgot. Passion fruit. I knew I'd written it down somewhere. So that's the shade that it will be. It has a brush applicator. Please don't swallow that. I'll try not to put it in your nose. That's what the applicator looks like. It's a brush. I'm not going to bring the product up yet because thank you for not swallowing that. You're welcome. I put it back in her mouth. Ha! I need to finish up some other product before I dive into this one. The other thing that was cute is apparently they are giving away charms with some of their products. So this is a rubberized part there that just slips on over the top. It's got a clip, so you can clip it onto whatever you need to clip it onto. And then when I first saw it, I thought, oh, it's just got a cute little, it's not cooperating here. It's just a cute little three-pointed design. And then I turned it over and realized, oh, it's a surfboard. How stinking cute is that? I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it's striped in fun summer colors, and there is a flower in the middle. Oh, that is just precious. Too stinking cute. So that was the main part of this lip and sip set. The other part of it is a sample, and apparently this is all the rage over on TikTok. I don't do TikTok, so I can't say for sure. This is also in passion fruit, and it is called Finsoul. It's one of those pour it into your water bottle drink mix things. Yeah, now heads up on this one. It has a lot of stuff in there. In addition to vitamins and electrolytes, it's got 75 milligrams of caffeine. That's more than a Mountain Dew. And not, though, quite as much as an Alani. It also has 300 milligrams of sodium, which is a hefty amount. Personally, what I do with those types of products is I put them in a large water bottle. You're supposed to mix it with 16 ounces of water. I mix it with double that. So yes, I'm still getting whatever amount of sodium or caffeine is in there. You can't make that part go away. However, I am consuming it down with the water. So it kind of turns into more of a flavored water than a beverage, if that makes any sense. So what we came up with price-wise for the bundle, and we also had to pay about $5 for shipping, and of course there were taxes because you can't get away from taxes. Our total was $35 and change, and then by the time I used my points, that brought it down to $28. So we were pleased with that. And I had forgotten that when you check out from Tarte, they will donate 1% of all U.S. Tarte orders to a nonprofit of the buyer's choosing. So I think I picked the Alzheimer's Association. You get to pick where your donation goes. And we also noticed that they have a special thing for 40% off, and I think this is all the time, for teachers, students, those in the military, and active medical professionals. You have to sign up. You have to fill out a small application that indicates, I think, your license number, so they can double check that you really are a teacher or in the military or a medical professional. You get 40% off. Now, I don't know if that's on everything in their website, but 40% is 40%, even if it's just one item that you pick. Yeah, so I thought I would mention that because I think that's a pretty neat idea. Wish I'd known about Tarte back when I was working in the medical profession. So now circling back to this eye mask that Anne has been marinating in. Yes, the Decree by Dr. AJ Sturnham, SOS Revitalizing Eye Mask. It was a messy one getting this on. You're supposed to pull it apart from the two sides that encase it. And there was so much serum that it was a slippery application process. They did say that one could place those two other parts that it was encased in on your neck area, collarbone area, but by the time I got out of the thing, or got the thing out, it was a tangled mess. This is one of the parts that it was encased in. Not exactly something to lie onto one's person. What else can we tell you here? This is 20 pounds. So translating that to US dollars, that would be $27 for just the one mask. And it is got rosewater, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, caffeine, squalene blend, and flower complex. And that is supposed to condition, brighten, hydrate, calm, and moisturize. Does a lot. It was just messy. Oh, messy, messy. So, are you going to be brave and watch? Oh, watch. This one can't be that bad to get off. I don't like watching her peel those things off. It's like she's peeling off her skin. I will say, it stayed on very nicely throughout this entire video, and it's been feeling nice and cool and refreshing and calming to my under eye area and what little bit on my forehead it is. It feels cool and calm. So let's get this guy off if I can. Well, it's stuck in my hair. That's great. Well, maybe it's a hair mask too. Here we go. That thing was well stuck. And the area feels a little tacky, but not overly gloopy, gloppy, or glumpy. It feels as if it just needs to sit and finish drying, finish absorbing into the skin. I can't criticize the price because some of these really good masks do have a hefty price. Skincare ain't cheap. Anyone else out there tried this? Let me know, let me know. I'm not pleased with the application process. It was hard to get it out of the two parts that it was encased in. So I'm going to rate this a 3 out of 5. And I just wrote it down so I would remember later because I'm forgetful in my old age. See, she finally admitted it. She finally admitted it. Thanks for taking the time with us today. Did you see something you want to go get? Did you see something you have? I want to know all the details. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, share with your friends, share with your neighbors, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your distant relatives. And we do hope to see you again in another video. Happy Mask Monday!